Is XRP going to crash or bounce? Well, this all depends on March 1st and all that it entails. We know kind of about the US and Iran, the negotiation kind of aspect of this thing, of the war and all this political tension. But March 1st is the deadline to see if anything's going to happen, if the US is going to invade Iran or not. This is Iran coming back to the US and saying that we are going to do what you guys want, or we are not going to do what you guys want. And if we take a real quick peek at the market, right now, everything's just not really moving a lot. There's a lot of uncertainty because people know that this March 1st deadline is approaching. It's 5 days away from the recording of this video on February 24th. The news is coming on March 1st. So we see that there's obviously not going to be anything good happening in the market right now because there's a ton of uncertainty surrounding this date and what is going to happen on that day. So we see the XRP's at $1.35. It really hasn't moved a lot. We see 0.1, 0.13. Nothing is really moving a lot. Look how small the margins are. It's because right now everything is just kind of staying still. We've seen a lot of liquidity already get pulled out of the market. XRP a few days ago was at $1.45 to $1.50 range. And we saw Bitcoin was definitely above 65,000. So there already was a lot of liquidity pulled out. So the little bit left kind of involved in the certainty, a little bit more was pulled out because of this uncertainty around kind of this war. And people right now, honestly, people are scared that this war is going to happen. Guys, it's possible this will happen. And if this does happen, crypto will drop dramatically. That's kind of the crash aspect of it. But guys, if this war doesn't happen and Iran comes back to the U.S. and the U.S. likes the news that Iran comes back with, then most likely the U.S. will not be invading Iran. And if that doesn't happen, we could definitely see a little bit of a bounce from crypto. We could see things bounce a little bit. And so that's obviously what we want. We don't want a war because the last time we had a war, Russia-Ukraine, nothing comes good out of a war, guys. Everything goes down. And that's kind of just what happens with huge global conflicts and political conflicts, raise uncertainty. And whenever things go down, things go bad. Uncertainty raises. Uncertainty causes problems because everything drops. And so that's where we're at right now. It's going to be a little bit of some slow water. See, where the market cap's at 2.22 trillion. And right now, things are not going to move a whole lot. If anything, they'll probably end up moving more to the downside than the upside before kind of this March 1st deadline. So that's what you can expect before the deadline. Nothing to move a lot. It could move a little bit down. And on the deadline, we will either move a lot down or get a little bit of relief and bounce a little bit back. Those are two very possible scenarios. And really, we won't know until this March 1st deadline. So I'm going to update you guys kind of when this happens and what happens on March 1st. And hopefully Iran comes back with what the U.S. wants to hear. And that would be great news because we get a little bit of bounce and we don't want a double crash. The crypto market, as we all know, as investors, has crashed, guys. The market cap around a month ago was at around 3.2 trillion. We've lost around $1 trillion in just pure liquidity. And that has all came out and it hasn't came back in because we have no positive catalyst. And really, honestly, we have more of some negative things happening than positive things happening right now. And we see this exactly playing out right now as the uncertainty is raising because of this U.S.-Iran global political conflict kind of going on. And so these type of things are keeping us down right now, guys. But all we can hope for is a win at the end of the day. And the U.S. not invading Iran and getting some good news on March 1st would be our win. It may not seem like a big win because crypto is not just going to skyrocket after if we get some good news on March 1st and the U.S. will not be invading Iran. But on the good side, crypto will not be crashing and we will get a little bit of a bounce back, which is very possible. So really, guys, we need some good news. And we've been kind of in a hole and we want to dig ourselves out of this hole. And just taking a win right here would be a little bit of start, but it's completely out of all of our control, guys. This is in much higher up hands. So we'll have to see what happens on March 1st. But guys, let's hope, fingers crossed, that something good happens when we get our good news. So that's all I have for you guys right now. Remember, if you like what I'm doing, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate all your guys' support, and I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.